Welcome to this tutorial on how to create the coin flip sampler in TinkerPlots. The first thing I'm going to do is pull down a new sampler engine. This is different from CodeApp because you do not just click. You have to use your grabby hand and pull the sampler off the toolbar. Let's get rid of that one. We are going to set up the sampler so it has two items in the mixer. So I'm going to simply click on the minus sign and the extra element goes away. I'm going to change A to heads and B to tails. To run this experiment, I'm going to change my repeat value to 21 so it matches the TinkerPlots activity. I'm going to change the draw to 1. This means I'm going to flip a coin, one coin, 21 times. And let's go ahead and click on Run. You will see the elements pop into the sampler table. And I suggest keeping it on a medium speed so you can watch and see what's happening. Once you get a handle on what's happening, you can use this slider to make the sampler run faster. Before we get too far, I want you to notice something. When I move these windows around, I end up squishing them, and I don't like that. So I'm going to go up to the window menu and click on Scrolling Overlap Layout. Now I can move these around, and I get a scroll bar on the right when I need it. Okay, so let's graph our results. Let's drag a plot, put this over here, grab attribute 1, and put this down on the horizontal axis. In TinkerPlots, you need to always stack your dot plot. So in this case, it's a bar setup because we have two categorical variables. So we can stack these up. And I want to replicate what's in the tutorial that you're going to work on, the coin flips activity. So I'm going to keep going here. We're not going to focus on this plot right now. We want to add a new variable here. And there's two different ways you can do it, and I'll show you both ways. First of all, let's click on Options, and you get this inspector. And if we just click on Sampler Options, let's go through this. You've got Sampler Options, Result Options, and History Options. I'm going to click on Results Options and pull this all the way down. We want to capture one of these guys, so let's think about it. Do we want the repeat index or the run index? We want the repeat index. Now we have a new variable in here. Let's run this again and see what happens. So the repeat index counted 1 to 21. Now I can create the graph that I want. Let's put repeat axis on the horizontal axis and attribute 1. Well, let's close this down on the vertical axis. Now again, in TinkerPlots, you have to manipulate your dot plot a little bit. So you have to drag things around. Let's change this to coin. And let's take a look at our graph. Let's slide things over just a little bit here. So what do we notice? The first flip was the tail, then we have heads, heads, tail, tail, heads. You guys get the idea. My icons are a little big, so I'm going to shrink those down a little bit. I can change a color by double clicking on the color spot right here in the attribute. You can change the colors if you want. Up here in the option menu, and that's off my screen. I didn't mean to do that, so Control Z. In the options menu, you can add a few more things to your plot. The most important thing that I want to add here is under this little right arrow where it says more elements. And it's off my screen, but if you click on the last option, it says color key, and this is where you get your key. And if you want to lock this, so these colors don't change, no matter what you do, those colors won't change, you can click lock. So if I click on the repeat index, if I click on anything else, those colors aren't going to change because I've locked it on coin. All right, let's run this another time and see what happens. Okay, how many heads did I get in a row right there? 5. Let's run it again. How many tails in a row? 5. Let's see if we can get a long run. Oh my gosh, look at that. Not really a long run, but look at how many heads we had in that one. Okay, I'm going to pause and think to see if there's anything else I want to show you in this particular tutorial. Oh yes, I wanted to show you another way to get the repeat index in here. So let's say you forget which one you want to click on, and you just want to have a counter that goes from 1 to 21. So let's put in here a variable called position. And once you do that, your column becomes available, but I actually want to put a formula in here. So I'm going to go up to my option menu and go down to show formulas. Now I have a formula space here. I'm going to type case index, all one word. If I typed it correctly, it should turn red. Let's click apply and then OK. Notice that the case index is exactly what I said it was going to be. It's just a running counter. So we have 1 to 21. So if you forget which thing to click on in the results for the sampler, you can just create this new variable called position. And I think that might be helpful for students because, okay, what was in the 10th position? You could name it something else, but I just like position. I use that a lot when we're talking about position in series. Okay, let me pause again and think if I have anything else to talk about. I can't think of anything else this morning, so I'm going to just clean up my space a little bit. So I like to have things all lined up nice and neat. So I'm going to pull that over and pull this back up, and everything's nice and neat. And goodbye for now. Thanks for watching.